Before this prayer moves one step further, I need you to hear this with your whole heart. You are not here by accident, and this moment is not random. If your mind has been loud, if your chest has been heavy, if your thoughts have been running faster than your strength, stay with me for the next few minutes because something is about to shift. This is your moment to breathe again. This is your moment to let the pressure break and let peace rise. While the world rushes, you will slow down. While fear tries to speak, heaven will answer back. And before this prayer is over, I believe the storm inside you will not have the final word. So do not click away. Do not let distraction steal this from you. Let every word settle deep. Let every line press against the fear, the tension, the worry, and the noise. Right now, peace is coming close. Calm is entering the room. Strength is rising in a tired spirit. And even if you have felt overwhelmed for a long time, this can still be the morning everything begins to change. Take a slow breath, release what you are holding, and receive this. Your mind does not belong to fear, your future does not belong to panic, and this day does not begin with chaos. It begins with God, with peace, with stillness, and with a fresh grace that is already moving toward you. The noise in your mind is not the voice of God. The racing thoughts are not your destiny. The fear that keeps repeating worst-case stories does not have the right to rule your life. Right now, I speak peace over your mind. I speak stillness over your thoughts. I speak calm over the hidden places inside you that no one else sees. Before your feet touched the floor this morning, peace was already prepared for you. Before the pressure of the day tried to land on your chest, mercy was already waiting for you. Before the enemy tried to pull you into another cycle of fear, heaven had already made a way for your calm. So listen carefully. You are not waking up to fight for peace as if it is far away. You are waking up to receive peace because it has already been released. Every voice that is not from God must grow quiet now. Every lie that says you will break under this weight must fall now. Every wave of inner pressure must bow now. Stay with this prayer, because what is being broken is not small. What is being lifted is not light. And what is being planted in you is not temporary. This is deeper than a mood. This is stronger than a feeling. This is the kind of peace that stands guard over the heart and mind. Let this truth settle in you now. You do not have to live under the rule of mental noise. You do not have to keep replaying fear. You do not have to keep serving thoughts that never came to help you. I declare that anxiety has no right to stay where peace has been promised. I declare that torment has no right to sit in the mind that God created for wisdom, clarity, and rest. Every restless thought that has chased you in the early morning, every loop of worry that has followed you through the night, every silent fear you have hidden behind a brave face, it loses power now. You are not a prisoner of your thoughts. You are not trapped inside your own mind. The God who calmed the sea can calm the storm within you. The God who spoke to the wind can speak to the chaos in your head. And when he says, "Peace, be still," the storm must answer. So let your soul hear this today. You do not need to manage everything. You do not need to solve everything before you can breathe again. You do not need to carry every outcome in your own hands. Real peace does not come because every situation is fixed. Real peace comes because God is present. That changes everything. If this is speaking to you, stay right here because the next part is for the place in you that has been tired for longer than you admit. The part that smiles in public and struggles in private. The part that keeps going while quietly asking how much more it can hold. Hear this clearly. You do not have to hold it alone anymore. Today, peace is not just near you. Peace is entering you. Peace is filling spaces that have been occupied by worry, dread, pressure, and silent exhaustion. Peace is not a reward for finally getting everything right. It is not something you earn after proving yourself strong enough. It is not a prize given only when the circumstances become easy. Peace begins in God, not in perfect conditions. So I break every lie that taught you to wait for calm until the money improves, until the relationship heals, until the test results change, until the answer comes, until the future looks safe. Peace is not delayed until life becomes simple. Peace is available right here in the middle of unfinished things, in the middle of questions, in the middle of uncertainty, in the middle of the very situation that has been trying to wear you down. God saw this day long before you arrived in it, and he did not leave you uncovered. He did not leave your mind without help. He did not leave your thoughts without protection. His peace was already written into this moment. So I say to every false agreement you made with fear, it ends now. The agreement that said, "I will only rest when everything is under control." The agreement that said, "I must keep thinking about it or things will fall apart." The agreement that said, "Calm is for other people, not for me." Those words are broken now. Do not miss this. You are not being asked to manufacture peace. You are being invited to receive it. Open your heart, open your mind, open the clenched places in your soul. Let stillness in. Let hope in. Let the deep breath you have been holding finally leave your body. And as it leaves, let peace take its place. There is a difference between trying to manage your mind and taking authority over it. Managing says, I hope this gets better. Authority says, this thought is not welcome here. Managing negotiates with fear. Authority answers it. Managing gets pulled into every dark possibility. Authority stands at the door of the mind and decides what may enter and what must leave. So hear this with strength today. You have authority over your thought life. Not every thought that knocks deserves a seat at your table. Not every fear that appears deserves your agreement. Not every memory deserves the power to shape this day. You may not stop every thought from arriving, but you can decide whether it gets to stay. This is important, so stay with me. Your mind is not a public place where every voice gets influence. Your mind is sacred ground. Your thoughts are territory. And from this moment forward, a new law is being set in place. What is true may stay. What is pure may stay. What is good may stay. What brings wisdom may stay. What brings clarity may stay. What brings life may stay. Everything else must go. Every thought soaked in dread. Every thought filled with hopelessness. Every thought that keeps trying to shame you, scare you, weaken you, or confuse you. It must leave. Do not call yourself powerless. Do not label yourself defeated. Do not bow to patterns that can be broken. Something stronger is rising in you today. You have been given the grace to take your mind back, and this prayer is helping you do exactly that. Silence is not weakness. Stillness is not surrender to fear. Quiet is not empty. In the presence of God, silence becomes strength because silence makes room for truth to be heard. When the noise drops, wisdom becomes clear. When the rushing slows, direction becomes visible. When the panic is cut off, the voice of God becomes easier to recognize. So I declare over you now, this will not be a day ruled by noise. This will be a day marked by holy calm. The inner chatter loses volume. The pressure loses force. The constant mental spinning slows down. And in that stillness, clarity rises. Strategy rises. Peace rises. If your mind has been crowded with what ifs, if your thoughts have been full of replayed conversations, imagined disasters, and endless fear, let this be your turning point. You do not need to keep feeding the noise. You do not need to keep rehearsing pain. You do not need to keep bracing for the next bad thing. Be still.
Breathe again.
Let God be God in this moment. Let Him hold what you have been trying to hold with trembling hands. Let Him speak over what has felt impossible to quiet. The enemy works hard to keep your inner world loud because noise hides guidance. Noise hides peace. Noise hides the next step. But the noise is being broken now. The static is clearing. The confusion is thinning out. And you are beginning to hear what fear tried to drown out all along. You are held, you are guided, you are not alone, and this storm does not get to name your future. Supernatural calm does not mean there is no storm. It means the storm is no longer in charge. It means trouble may still be outside you, but panic does not get to live inside you. So whatever storm has been feeding your anxiety, I speak to it now. Storm in your health, storm in your home, storm in your finances, storm in your relationships, storm in your career, storm in your thoughts. Hear this word, be still. Not because everything has already changed around you, but because God is already present within it. He has not backed away from your hard moment. He has not stepped out of the boat. He has not left you to face the waves alone. He is near in this very thing, and His nearness changes the weight of it. So release the bracing, release the tight grip, release the exhausting need to stay mentally tense all day long. You can let go of that. Not your faith, not your hope, not your trust, but the bracing, yes. You can let that go. The one who holds the storm is holding you too. Let this next line land deep. Peace is flowing into you like a river, not a drop, not a weak little trace. A river, a full, steady flow of calm moving through your chest, your mind, your breathing, your nervous system, your hidden fears, your tired thoughts. And as that peace moves in, the storm loses its right to terrify you. Stay with this. Do not rush past it. This is where a real shift happens, when the heart stops rehearsing danger and starts remembering who God is. Anxiety is a trespasser. It is not a rightful owner. It was never meant to build a home in the mind God designed for peace, wisdom, and sound judgment. So today, anxiety is being served notice. Fear is being told to leave. Dread is being told to leave. Panic is being told to leave. Hypervigilance is being told to leave. The constant expectation of bad news is being told to leave. The pressure in your chest, the knot in your stomach, the shallow breathing, the tense shoulders, the racing pulse that has carried worry like a second language, it all comes under the command of peace now. Let your body hear it too. Peace to your breathing. Peace to your nerves. Peace to your heart. Peace to your mind. Peace to the places in your body where stress has been speaking too loudly. And if there are thoughts that have made you ashamed, thoughts that came suddenly and made you wonder what is wrong with you, hear this clearly. You are not your thoughts. A thought may knock, but it does not get to define you. A dark idea may appear, but it does not get to name you. Fear may try to pass through, but it does not become your identity. You are not the worst thing your mind has whispered. You are not the hardest day you have survived. You are not the intrusive thought you hated. You are not the memory that still hurts. Your identity is not built by fear. Your identity is built by God. So let shame break too. Let false labels break too. Let the lie that says, "This is just who I am," lose its voice. Peace has a stronger claim over you than fear ever did. Your mind was not designed to carry constant worry. It was formed for wisdom, for truth, for insight, for rest, for clear thinking, for life-giving focus. That means every anxious pattern can be challenged, and every fearful habit can be interrupted. Even the old ones, even the stubborn ones, even the thoughts that have returned again and again. If you have been fighting the same fear for months, if the same image, the same memory, the same dread keeps circling back, do not call yourself a failure. You have been in a real battle, but now you are fighting with fresh light. Now you are standing in stronger authority. Now you are learning how to stop agreeing with what needs to be removed. So from this moment, when fear knocks, you answer differently. When panic whispers, you answer differently. When the old script tries to replay, you answer differently. You say, "This mind belongs to peace. This thought is not welcome. This fear does not rule me. This day will not be consumed by inner noise. I choose truth. I choose faith. I choose stillness. I choose what is clean, clear, wise, and full of life." And yes, sometimes you will need to say it again. Sometimes you will need to repeat it while the feeling catches up. That is not weakness. That is practice. That is spiritual courage. That is how new patterns are built. So do not give up if the battle has felt long. Stay with the process. Stay with the prayer. Stay with the truth. Because little by little, and sometimes all at once, the mind learns a new atmosphere. It learns peace. It learns steadiness. It learns that fear is no longer in charge here. I also speak over the patterns that may have been carried through your family for years, the worry that seemed normal, the fear that moved from one generation to another, the tension that felt inherited, the mental heaviness that almost looked like a family language. It stops here. It does not have to keep moving forward through you. The cycle can break. The atmosphere can change. Your children do not have to inherit your fear. The people after you do not have to receive the same emotional weight that was handed to you. This can be the point where peace starts flowing in a new direction. So I declare that old patterns lose their grip. What was repeated for years does not get to repeat forever. What became familiar does not have to remain permanent. And while that change begins, another weapon rises in you: gratitude. Gratitude breaks the power of panic because gratitude turns the mind toward what is true, what has already been done, what has already been carried, what has already been provided. So remember the times you were helped. Remember the moments you thought you would not make it, and yet you did. Remember the doors that opened. Remember the prayers that were answered. Remember the strength that came when you thought you had none left. Let those memories push back against fear. Let Thanksgiving clear the fog. Let gratitude shift your whole inner atmosphere. You cannot stay buried in panic while actively remembering goodness. So right now, let gratitude rise. Thank God for breath. Thank God for this morning. Thank God for help that came before and help that will come again. Thank God that this is not the end of your peace story. It may be the beginning of a very different one. Now let this settle over your morning in a practical way. The words you speak at the start of the day matter. They shape the atmosphere you walk into. So do not keep beginning your days by agreeing with defeat. Do not wake up and hand your mind over to dread before the sun is fully up. Go first. Speak first. Before the phone speaks. Before the news speaks. Before fear speaks. Before pressure speaks. You speak, and let your words carry life. Say, "This is a good day." Say, "My mind is at peace." Say, "My thoughts are getting clear." Say, "I am not led by panic today." Say, "Wisdom will guide me." Say, "I will not be pulled under by fear." Say, "Peace will go with me into every room, every call, every task, every conversation, every decision." That is how you begin to set a new tone. That is how you stop surrendering the first moments of the day to darkness. And while you move through this day, remember this too: you are not alone. Help surrounds you, protection surrounds you, grace surrounds you. There is support from heaven that you cannot always see, but that does not make it less real. So when you walk into the place you were dreading, go in knowing peace is with you. When you face the thing that has been weighing on your mind, go in knowing clarity is with you. When you feel pressure trying to rise again, pause, breathe, and remember what has already been spoken here. Do not rush away from this part. This is where you carry the prayer with you. This is where calm becomes more than a moment. This is where it starts becoming your way of living. And now I seal this over you. What began in this prayer does not have to fade when the prayer ends. This calm is not just a passing feeling. It can become a new pattern, a new baseline, a new way your mind returns to peace faster, rests deeper, hears clearer, and responds differently. You will notice it. You will notice that some things do not trigger you the same way. You will notice that your sleep begins to soften. You will notice that your mornings feel different. You will notice that the storm outside does not always create a storm inside. And when old thoughts try to return, you will not meet them as the same person. You will meet them with more awareness, more authority, more stillness, and more truth. So as you step into the rest of this day, go knowing something has shifted. Go knowing peace goes with you. Go knowing your mind can be guarded, your thoughts can be guided, your breathing can slow, your body can rest, your heart can settle, and your future does not have to be driven by fear. If you have stayed with this prayer to this point, let this final line become your own. I will not give my mind back to chaos. I will not bow to every fearful thought. I will not build a home for anxiety. Peace is welcome here. Wisdom is welcome here. Clarity is welcome here. God is welcome here. And this day, from this moment on, will not be ruled by noise. It will be marked by calm, carried by grace, and led by a deeper peace that stays with me long after these words are done.